Hello my friends, in this video we will show you the strangest types of torture in ancient times. Torture by squeaking. How was it used as a method of torture in ancient centuries? And what is the effect of its repetition for continuous periods on the sensory centers of the body? And why do we choose the armpits and the soles of the feet in particular? Stay with us until the end of the video and leave us your comment on this punishment. How was tickling used in the past as a means of torture through goats? Although tickling causes a lot of laughter, the tickling sensation can turn into pain. In one study, researchers found simultaneous expressions of pleasure and dissatisfaction with tickling, and another research found that tickling can cause a pain-like sensation. The ancient history of torture stated that tickling was used as a method of torture, starting from ancient Rome to China. Tickle torture is a type of ill treatment. Several methods are used. One of them uses sugar, salt, goats, and the victim's feet. Then the victim's feet are rubbed with salt or sugar, and the goats are inserted to lick them. This doesn't sound so bad, but once the sugar or salt is gone and you've finished with a few laughs, the goats keep up the constant licking, swallowing your feet and eventually tearing the skin. Tickle torture can also lead to shortness of breath, dizziness, or vomiting. Cases of tickle torture have been documented everywhere from medieval England to ancient Japan and Nazi concentration camps. Methods of torture using tickling. The Washington Post published a report on the use of tickling as a means of torture in wars, including its use in Nazi concentration camps during World War II, as tickle torture was synonymous with death. BCE. The Han dynasty in China in 206 BC used the tickling technique as a reliable punishment that left no marks, and there was no physical evidence of torture on the sacrificed body. In Nazi camps. A survivor of the Nazi camps narrated that the guards used to tickle the prisoners before killing them, and they also used sexual titillation as a brutal form of torture, according to a report by the History Addicted website. Tickle torture in modern times. It may be used by special operations forces in interrogations, as a method of non-lethal torture for governments to use to obtain information from a suspect. What happens in the body when tickled? Below the skin are millions of small nerve endings that alert the brain to touch and exposure to things such as heat and cold. When light nerve endings are stimulated by another person's fingers or by a feather, they send a message through the nervous system to the brain, which analyzes the message, according to the Science website. The effect of a light touch that leads to a tickling sensation is the result of the analysis of two areas of the brain, the somatosensory cortex and the skin sensory receptors. Why do we choose the armpits, soles of the feet and neck for tickling? The underarm area contains the axillary vein and artery that connect unhindered to the heart, because the rib cage does not provide protection for the chest cavity at the armpit. The same applies to the neck, as the neck contains all kinds of vital materials, and includes two of the most important arteries in the human body, the carotid artery, which supplies the brain with blood, and the trachea, which brings air to the lungs. We have reached the end of the video. Do not forget to leave your comments. If you liked the video, do not forget to subscribe and activate the bell to receive our new video. See you soon.